Hi and welcome to the daily reading for April the 19th, which is coming as always this year from Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence by Sarah Young. And April 19th. I love you regardless of how well you are performing. Sometimes you feel uneasy, wondering if you are doing enough to be worthy of my love. No matter how exemplary your behaviour, the answer to that question will always be no. Your performance and my love are totally different issues, which you need to sort out. I love you with an everlasting love that flows out from eternity without limits or conditions. I have clothed you in my robe of righteousness, and this is an eternal transaction. Nothing and no one can reverse it. Therefore, your accomplishments as a Christian has no bearing on my love for you. Even your ability to assess how well you are doing on a given day is flawed. Your limited human perspective and the condition of your body, with its mercurial variation, distort your evaluation. Bring your performance anxiety to me and receive in its place my unfailing love. Try to stay conscious of my living presence with you in all that you do, and I will direct your steps. And this reading comes in tandem with Jeremiah 31, Isaiah 61, Psalm 31, and Psalm 107. The verses I'm not sure of. Maybe you're meant to read the whole bit. So my eyes, it's interesting. Still wearing no glasses for the most part. And are my eyes improving still? Yes, they are. The other thing I've noticed is that when I do put my glasses on, the strength that I was wearing before is much clear. Everything is much clearer. So there's definitely a strength in my eyes that wasn't there before. So that's great. Yahoo! So I'm still going with this in my faith. And so let's explore this reading. Let me explore it. I love you regardless of how well you are performing. How many times do you think you're not enough? How many times do I think I'm not enough? And am I doing enough? In not only in God's name, in Jesus' name, but in life itself. So even if you're not interested in Jesus and God, so many people think that they are not worthy, they are not enough. Enough for what? Enough for whom? Jesus doesn't put restrictions on us. Like, oh, you're more Christian than that person, or that you're less Christian than that person. So I will love you more than that person, or I will love you less than that person. God's love, Jesus' love, it's universal. We all have the same amount of it, whether we want it or not, whether we realize it or not, because we are all connected to the cosmos. I think I said earlier this week that I'd read or I'd listened to an Aramaic translation of, sorry, I've got a crust, which is really bizarre to be doing this on live, but I found it and I got rid of it. Sorry. The Aramaic version of the Lord's Prayer, where it talks about Mother, Father of the great cosmos. This is where the love comes from, and it fills us up. We're connected to it, and we can allow that flow to be as open or as closed as we want it to be. We can imagine that connection to be as wide or as narrow as we think it is. And for me, I have been nudging that diameter of light for years. But in the last couple of years, it seems like I have tapped into this connection with Jesus and God, and it's allowed me to make this connection, to allow the brightness, the Christ light to flow, I wouldn't say freely, but almost freely into my heart, so that it fills every single cell of my body, so that I shine from the inside out. And that sounds quite a preposterous thing to say, but that's how I feel, that if I allow that light to fill me, then it will shine from within me to whoever and whatever I interact with. And that's a really cool thing to think, that you can have a positive, loving effect on everything around you if you allow that Christ light to fill you up into every single cell of your body. So anyway, I'm over my 5 minutes. Probably did not talk about the reading at all, except that, Jesus does not judge, and he gives the same amount of love to all of us, no matter what we do. All right, namaste. Bye now. Bye.